Like, we are flying through quests right now. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horshaphant will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us. I will take the shortcut for 100p. Vloop. Okay, I guess I have to go speak to him before he'll let me into the intercessory. Tis reassuring indeed that hey, it's the Fausties. I love them. They wear matching outfits. Almost. Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend who's when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat you with you in the intercessory. It's the room where you intercede with things. It makes sense. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Yes. Oh, I can't stand on the table. I thank you for coming with such haste, and I must apologize for my absence. Suffice to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alpha, no, I think it more important than ever that this meeting shall take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Istinian. This guy. He's the Dragooniest. May I present you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon, sorry. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lands, Istinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, chose to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we've all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. Would seem Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg? One of the 7 great worms? His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Halderath. The beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars that our walls bear from Needhog's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested Wyrm's skull, simply known as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The Eye itself is secreted deep within the vault, and is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. The individuals within the Dravanian horde, whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaigns as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain, though we know the heretics covet the Eye. We have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem, you described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during the Operation Archon, you refused this. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand we now risk our lives in your private war? Make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become a sole providence of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province, sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We'll assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of the great Wyrm has shaken the firmament. But we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think that you would. Now, upon the matter of our roar, allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the Eye, I have become a vessel of Needhog's strength. His essence is stolen into my very blood. Gasp. Fear not, I am fully in control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Needhog's voice. The Wyrm who roared. Was Needhog Eye? He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar, when shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the Wyrm has summoned his minions to war. Whew. I was going to say, this talk has been going on for quite a while. How do you feel, Alphino? Though the circumstances are far from ideal, the desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together for a common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? The Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders. I suspect the softening of the Holy Seed's attitude towards foreign cooperation come as something as a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed.